Viral fame on the internet doesn't always go to the talented, the beautiful, or the lucky. Sometimes it finds the strange, the haunting. A woman laughing in a Chewbacca mask gets a brand deal. A teenager eating laundry pods ends up on the news. And in 2024, a woman calmly announcing she was married to Billy Ray Cyrus via Skype became the internet's latest obsession. Her name? Felicia Cyrus. Her videos began popping up on TikTok and Instagram, each one more surreal than the last. In them, Felicia speaks directly to the camera. No irony, no jokes. Just quiet, unwavering conviction. She says she and Billy Ray were married secretly, that they were in love, that he left her. She claims she sent him gift cards, bought houses for Miley Cyrus, and that his marriage to Fire Rose was a cover-up. Some viewers laughed. Others were disturbed. But few could look away. Felicia went viral not because people believed her, but because she believed herself. Every word, every post, delivered with eerie calm and heartbreaking certainty. By spring 2025, her story had spread across social media with fan pages, reaction videos, and a self-published memoir titled Double Life. But despite all the attention, one question lingered. Where did this story really begin? Because the story of Felicia Cyrus didn't start in 2024. It started years before the world was watching. In the digital age, where a single message can upend a life, the story of Felicia M. Rosario, known online as Felicia Cyrus, begins quietly, with the familiar chime of a Facebook notification. Sometime in 2014, while surviving on $12 an hour at a 99-cent store in Vallejo, California, and relying on supplemental security income to get by, Felicia received a message from an account claiming to belong to country music star Billy Ray Cyrus. She was shocked. She was a single mother, devoted to raising her daughter Angelina and navigating life's hardships with tenacity. When she showed the message to her daughter, Felicia could tell Angelina wasn't buying it. It was probably a scam, she said. But Felicia, perhaps pulled in by the thrill of attention from a celebrity, or the possibility of something extraordinary, chose to believe. What followed was an 18-month emotional entanglement. The man on the other end of the phone spoke as though he were lonely, vulnerable, and in need of her help. Their nightly conversations, initially framed as small favors, evolved into long, intimate conversations that Felicia said often stretched until dawn. Cyrus shared personal details and confided in her. He painted elaborate visions of a life they would soon share together. But those promises soon came at a cost. He asked her to send $3,800 to retrieve his suitcases from storage, money that had to be sent in iTunes gift cards, a hallmark of digital scams. Felicia, already stretched thin financially, began sending $500 a week, dipping into both her wages and her disability support. The requests kept coming. $100 for his son Trace to collect divorce papers overseas, $200 to help her move to Nashville, and more for things like biology classes, gas, insurance, and music projects. Every payment chipped away at her already precarious existence. Still, she held on. When he spoke of Nashville, it wasn't just a city, it was their future. He asked if she had ever been there, and when she said no, he told her, "That's our home." She believed it. She wanted to believe it. Then came a moment that blurred the boundary between fantasy and reality. In 2015, she claims she saw him in person at an unnamed bar. He was sitting on a bar stool, alone, and she says he looked at her with fear, as though startled to see her there. Still, she says, he waved at her. The encounter was fleeting, but it haunted her, solidifying a belief that what she was experiencing was real. In mid-2016, Felicia acted on that belief. She traveled to Nashville by Greyhound, expecting to meet him face-to-face. He had promised to pay her back. He had promised a life together. But when she arrived, he wasn't there. She was stranded in a city she didn't know, without support or shelter. The encounter that never happened marked a turning point, an emotional breaking point. What followed was not a fresh start, but a slow unraveling. Felicia remained in Nashville, cobbling together a living through grueling staffing agency jobs. Washing dishes at Bridgestone, working hotel kitchens, cleaning until late hours for as little as $8.50 an hour. In July 2017, she secured a position as a security guard at Nissan Station, a job she said she loved. But the influence of the man claiming to be Cyrus still loomed. His messages disrupted her work. Once, she left a shift while sick to run an errand he demanded. Eventually, the mounting pressure caused her to be pushed out of the security position she had worked hard to attain. By the end of 2017, Felicia was homeless. She slept outside in the snow. And in Nashville, that wasn't just dangerous, it was criminalized. The city, known for its anti-camping ordinances, ticketed her for the simple act of trying to survive. In a 2022 letter to the U.S. District Court, she described what she saw and experienced during homelessness, a system that punished poverty, a city that left people behind. She spoke of job discrimination, particularly for those with a criminal record, and a culture that made stability feel out of reach. Something she learned through not just her own experiences, but others she met during that time. Still, she found ways to endure. On October 1st, 2017, she began selling newspapers through a local homeless initiative. It wasn't the life she was promised, but it was work, and it was hers. In 2021, Felicia filed a civil rights lawsuit, Rosario vs. Cyrus et al. She named Billy Ray Cyrus, his then-wife Tish, the city of Nashville, and several financial institutions, arguing that the relationship and the financial demands it imposed left her destitute. She claimed to have spent at least $4,000 across multiple requests. But with no formal evidence, no screenshots or correspondence, the case was dismissed in early 2022 due to non-payment and lack of prosecution. Her appeal was denied that October. By all appearances, the story might have ended there, but it didn't. In the years that followed the lawsuit, the relationship didn't dissolve. It transformed. What began as nightly phone calls in the dark became something stranger, more public, and more surreal. Felicia didn't walk away from the belief that she was married to Billy Ray Cyrus. She doubled down. And what came next would draw in a new kind of attention, turning her story into something the internet couldn't ignore.
The whole United States of America is going to watch this.
After the quiet dismissal of her civil rights lawsuit in early 2022, Felicia did not fade into obscurity. Instead, she found herself at the center of a strange kind of viral attention. The internet didn't just discover her story, it amplified it. Her Instagram videos began circulating widely in early 2024, igniting confusion, fascination, and a bizarre sense of timing. She gained millions of views across her various posts. In these videos, ranging from furious rants to weeping pleas, Felicia insisted she had been married to country star Billy Ray Cyrus over Skype. She claimed his then public marriage to singer Fire Rose was for business only, and that she had been cast aside and ignored despite their long-standing connection.
Billy Ray Cyrus, I want to know why you married me 11 years ago and can never make me happy.
And then the headlines caught up. Just as Felicia's videos were going viral, Billy Ray and Fire Rose announced a very public, messy divorce. Fire Rose accused him of verbal and emotional abuse, while Billy Ray countered with claims that she stole nearly $97,000 from him. Somewhat of an eerie echo of some of Felicia's claims months earlier in a video, alleging Fire Rose had gotten in the middle of their relationship and manipulated Cyrus for personal gain.
Sweet country music song Plans is about staying together until the end of time, but Billy Ray's divorce drama with his estranged wife is only getting uglier by the day. After the Australian native accused him of extreme verbal, emotional, and psychological abuse, Billy Ray's attorney shared this love note, allegedly written by Fire Rose days after he filed for divorce. The message reads in part, "I need you, I love you, I am so sorry." Billy Ray's lawyers also claim Fire Rose allegedly sent this text with similar sentiments after she was ordered to vacate his home. His legal team tells Access in part, if Mr. Cyrus was truly guilty of the allegations, then it is mind-boggling to try and explain why she would want to return to live with him. The country star also filed documents claiming Fire Rose, who is 37, conducted a campaign to isolate the 62-year-old from his family. Attorney Misty Maris, who does not represent either side, believes Billy Ray may be using this as evidence to show Fire Rose is only motivated by money.
Keeping him away from his family?
Billy Ray claims Fire Rose blocked at least one of his daughters from being able to contact him, while he doesn't specify which daughter.
Felicia would often claim Fire Rose was the one stealing her money. The alignment of Felicia's allegations with real-world developments gave her narrative a strange new energy. For some viewers, it was enough to wonder, what if there's a sliver of truth buried somewhere inside all of this?
I know you were controlling him. Because he told me, now I'm putting the pieces together. The only one that's having the meltdown is Fire Rose. She wants the bond that I've had with Billy Ray Cyrus for the last 11 years.
As Felicia's posts spread on TikTok and Reddit, the public reaction split sharply between concern and spectacle. A popular Reddit thread on r/DoWeKnowThem, a subreddit for a podcast of the same name, became a living archive of her behavior. "I've been watching her all week," one user wrote. "I can confirm she needs to seek help immediately. The AI-generated stuff the scammer is sending her is 1000% unbelievable. Literally, my 5-year-old niece would know better." Another added, "Just hearing about this for the first time, so forgive me if it's in the TikToks. But are we sure she's being sent stuff by a scammer, or is she making this stuff herself?" One particularly curious comment speculated, what if she actually dated Billy Ray in college or something? Felicia's narrative evolved in tandem with public engagement. While she originally described a whirlwind 12-year romance derailed by family interference, her story became more fluid, more reactive. As Billy Ray made headlines, Felicia would post in response. New plot points emerged. She would bring new names up, adding more and more complexity to her original story.
Can anybody tell me who Heather Smith is? Apparently she's supposed to be Fire Rose and Billy Ray Cyrus' manager. I don't even know you. Why do you keep calling me
Billy
and
Ray
harassing
Cyrus
me?
and his cousin. His cousin's playing as Billy Ray Cyrus.
When Billy Ray or Fire Rose trended, so did Felicia. Or at least she tried. Some videos directly addressed them. Others lashed out at the internet for not believing her.
If you guys don't believe I'm married, do me a favor. Go to the courts and ask. Go to the FBI.
Her online persona soon became a magnet for prank calls and harassment, some of which she filmed or referenced in follow-up videos. These interactions only further blurred the line between performance, paranoia, and genuine belief. Her audience grew, not just followers, but a community. While many watched out of curiosity, others became invested in her story, urging her to write a book or speak out more publicly. A fan base began to form. They clipped her videos, made TikToks about her, and even coined affectionate nicknames. For a brief period, Felicia was not just a woman telling a wild story. She was an internet character with a lore of her own. In April 2025, she released Double Life Internet Romance Gone Wrong, a self-published book detailing her side of the relationship. In it, she recounts the original Facebook message from Billy, the financial sacrifices she made, and her belief that Nashville was meant to be their home. The book offers no hard evidence, only recollections and reflections. and an editor's note clarifying that the identity of her alleged partner was never verified. But for Felicia, this was her truth, and she was determined to have it heard. Yet the most remarkable part of Felicia's viral fame is that it hasn't ended. It mutates. With every twist in Billy Ray's real-life saga, Felicia reemerges, reshaping her story around the latest news cycle. Whether it's a legal battle, a music release, or a tabloid scandal, she finds a thread to pull. And her followers, both concerned and entertained, keep watching. She may be dismissed by some as delusional or unstable, but others see in her a symbol of something bigger, the fragility of truth in the age of the algorithm, and the surreal space between personal belief and public reality. Whatever the case, it's clear Felicia didn't just stop at heartbreak, nor did she vanish after the courts closed her file. The saga continues. And if the internet has taught us anything, it's that in stories like Felicia's, the line between the unbelievable and the unforgettable is always thinner than it seems.